Hi friends, and welcome for a brand new Ready Set Yoga tutorial. Today we're going to break down the pose crow pose or asana. So grab a block and maybe a pillow and let's get ready on the mat. Today we are going to work together on a pose that many of you have asked me about. It's one of the first arm balances I teach because in spite of what it might look, it is actually not one of the hardest. I'm not saying it's easy, so don't get discouraged. It takes time and strength to do it, but it's definitely one of the most accessible one. So let's get ready. I encourage you to have your hips warmed up as well as your wrists before attempting this. Today we're going to do this step-by-step tutorial so that I can break down the pose for you and make it easy. So you don't have to necessarily go till the end of the pose. You can stop to the step that it's more appropriate for you today and build the strength step by step. We are going to start in Malasana pose or yogi squat. So we're gonna have our heels in line, heels down on the mat, knees pointing down, hands in prayer. Extend your spine, push it down with your tailbone, and have your elbows pushing towards your knees and vice versa. You can stay here for a couple of breaths, relaxing the hips, getting warmed up into the pose. Then we're going to place our hands on the mat, and with a little jump place our heels together. Extend your arms forward and keep pushing back with your knees and extend the spine. This is another place where you can spend a couple of breaths to warm up the hips to ease into the pose. Okay, here we are going to slide back one hand at a time. Our hands are shoulders distance apart, and we're gonna use the entire hand to push down towards the mat. So be really careful to push down with the entire palm of the hand and push down with the fingertips, and this L shape is very important. You really should try to push down with the inner part of your hand. Keep your hand not too close to each other, not too far apart, in line with your shoulders. Have your shins placed above your elbows, so are not on the elbows but above, towards the armpit. For now, it's not necessary that you're gonna go on the shoulders or armpit, but no, try to avoid the elbows. You want to avoid the elbows because it's safer to stay over there. Inhale, come up with your tailbone and shift forward with your weight. So we can stay here. Push up with your navel and extend the spacing between your shoulder blades. Have your gaze a little bit forward, not in between your hands, not behind you, but a little bit forward. And here you can play with the touching one foot at a time from the mat. And exhale, go back down. Here, what do we need the pillow and block for? If you are scared of face planting, you can have the pillow under your face so that in case you lose the balance here, you're gonna land on your pillow and you're gonna feel safer. The block is here because if this is too hard for you, we're gonna go to the final step in the end, but for now let's explore the options we have. You can place your feet, so exactly same thing, but with your feet on the block, you're gonna start from a higher position with your hip, so it's gonna be easier for you to place your arms under your shins, or your shins actually over your arms, And to start, bringing your hips, your tailbone towards the sky and touch one foot at a time. Because here we are already halfway up, so it's a little bit easier to enter the pose. So keep the block, keep the pillow if you need, or if you feel you don't. Let's go for the final step. Let's go through all the steps again. So we start in Malasana, extend the spine. Inhale, place your hands, shoulders width apart. Little jump, come with your heels together. Heels up, extend your spine. Exhale, bring your hands, slide your hands back. Shoulders distance apart. Have your shins over your arms, above your elbows. As you inhale, push down with your hands as you want to grab the floor. Be really strong with your fingers. Inhale, come up with your tailbone. Shift forward and come up with one heel at a time towards your butt. If you can, place your big toes together and push up, up, up with your tailbone, up with your heels towards your butt, and gaze a little bit forward. As you exhale, come back down and enter again into Malasana. Exhale here and relax. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please remember to subscribe to my channel, and if you want to, please follow me on Instagram and use the hashtag ReadySetYoga to share with me your practice and your progress. Thank you very much.